Good evening, everyone. This is Lonzo, editor of the Hub City Legend newspaper, and we'll have another episode today, another podcast, reaching out to the community to do what we can to help where we can, because some folks need to help, need to get the word out for their various causes. And this young lady has a very interesting story and a very interesting cause that y'all all need to know about. How you doing, that Dominique?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
I got a call from a friend of mine, Miss Karen Harris. She says she met you, and you're a real
Yes,
nice
she's the
lady.
sweetest.
She
She's
says
the
she is.
sweetest.
And she sent me a note, a screenshot of a note with your number on it to allow you to call this lady right here. She got something, a story you might want to help her, might be
Oh,
want to put in the paper. So that here
yeah,
we are today at the call of Miss Karen. Here we are, dear.
here we are. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Um, we talked the other night,
Yes.
and your story is heartfelt. Okay. Um, I don't even know what to say at this point, but I'm gonna let you do the talking so that you can
Yes.
tell your story to the folks of Compton and beyond. Dominique, you
Um,
have the floor.
yes. So my name is Dummy Unique. In 2021, I had my son, Devin. He was born unresponsive. They did, eventually they were able to resuscitate and bring him back. From the very beginning, they counted him out. They said that he wasn't going to make it. Um, they didn't know what was wrong with him. They had no idea because they could poke him with the needle, they could change his diaper, and he wouldn't move at
Hmm.
all. It took them about a week or so to finally do a genetics test, which it confirmed that he had a very rare condition that only affected every 1 in 50,000 boys.
Wow.
Only boys. So every 1 in 50,000 boys this affects. And it's a long name, but it's called X-linked myotubular myopathy. And
Okay.
so what it is, it's part of muscle dystrophy. So it affected him. He was non-ambulatory, meaning he was unable to walk, and he was also nonverbal. So it affects everything when it comes to vocal, being mobile. But once he finally came around, because me and my family, of course, we prayed through it all, was telling the doctors he just needs time. Like everyone who goes through something traumatic, they need time to heal. And with time, he started moving, he started, coming around to opening his eyes. And so from there, we spent 4 months in the hospital. He didn't get released from the hospital until he was 4 months old.
Okay.
So during that time in the NICU, we found out that he was unable to swallow. So he needed a trach. So he got his trach at 2 months old, and he also got his feeding tube, his G tube that goes in the stomach also. So he got his trach and his G tube at the same time at 2 months old.
Okay.
And so traveling to these different hospitals, I had to go through a program to basically say that I'm fit to take care of a kid who is on a ventilator, who is G tube dependent. So me and two other family members had to go through overnight testing. We had to learn how to change the tray, change the G tube when needed, unless we could not bring him home.
Hmm.
We could not bring him home if we did not have the proper training.
Okay.
And so we end up getting from Harbor UCLA to UCLA to CHOP to all the children's hospitals, you name it. So after his first birthday, he ended up getting really sick and he had a seizure. So from there, we traveled to Harbor UCLA, where he continued to not keep anything down. He got real small. I will call the doctors, hey, he's not keeping anything down, he's losing weight, and nobody knew why. Come to find out, he had a quarter size hole in his trachea and in his esophagus, so in the throat. And so from there, we had his first big surgery, which lasted 8 hours. So that was the first big surgery that he had. And while we got transferred from Harbor UCLA to UCLA, they did the 8 hour surgery and the surgery came undone. So that was the first time that we were told either he has another surgery or he gets put on hospice. And so it's like, no, we're not going to do another surgery. We're going to find somebody else who can do it. And so we ended up getting, there was a medical airplane that we took to Lucille Packard up in Palo Alto. Amazing hospital, phenomenal hospital, where we spent the remaining, his remaining time here on earth with us. That's where we spent it. A lot of things that I've seen that I didn't want to see. There was one particular day for 3 days straight, he would cold. So he would cold in the morning and then he would cold early in the morning around 3 a.m. for 3 days.
Wow.
So there's a lot of different procedures, him being on different type of paralytics, different type of sedation medications. There's been tubes down his throat and everything, but through everything, Devin kept a smile.
What?
He kept a smile. Even when he didn't feel good, he kept a smile. His favorite, when I say favorite, I mean most favorite words. And even under paralytic and sedation, I say it, he's gonna move. And it was in Jesus' name, amen. Favorite words under paralytic, under sedation, he hears it, he's gonna move. He doesn't feel good, he's gonna smile. He just loved those words, but he was a happy, happy kid. Through everything, he was a happy kid. No matter what hospital we went to, they loved him.
Okay.
Absolutely loved him. I made sure to give Devin the best life no matter what. He was unable to swallow. I never took away him being able to taste. I will blend things up. I let him taste fruit. I let him taste ice cream, but still being very careful. Because he wasn't able to swallow, he had a suction machine. So even after I let him taste, he enjoyed it. I would suction and he's happy. He loved music. He loved Whitney Houston. I'm just saying. But that was one thing I never shied away from giving him the best life regardless of the circumstance. And he made it easy because he was an incredible kid. Like when I say he's had so many different procedures, so many different surgeries, and he smiled regardless, he was happy. I made sure to post pictures on the door so they knew what type of kid he was. I made sure that it was filled with prayers in the room, music in the room. He watched his favorite shows. He was just like any other kid.
Okay.
Just like any other kid. And so once he passed, which his anniversary passed, October 25th, 2023, I gave his last birthday party in the hospital. I included the nurses. I made sure I included all the children in the unit, which made me want to start his foundation once he transitioned. Just to see the smiles on the nurses' faces, to be able to put on a cape and take pictures with a backdrop, or just other parents saying thank you for their gift bags. It meant a lot. So being a parent that has spent time in the hospital, I know the needs of parents in the hospital. And so with Devin's foundation, I'm just looking for funding or donations to help continue his legacy. So for Christmas, I partner with Endless Touch Ministries. And so for Christmas, I give away capes to the kids in the community. And I want them to understand, and I want their families to understand that your cape holds your story. You're a hero. No one knows what you're going through. Your cape holds your power. It holds your strength. It holds your capability, your resilience. It holds everything that you are. And even if you have to go out and you don't physically have your cape, put it on your back. Put it on. Put it on, because I want people to understand that even in the toughest situations, you can make it, you can do it. And I want kids to understand that as well. Kids are very resilient, very resilient. And with the help of people's donations, this is me giving back to the families in the hospital, whether it's a gift card to get food to eat, whether it's a bag of snacks that they can have, because not a lot of people in the hospital have the finances to have something to eat. It's already costly. You're away from work, you're away from family. Some people have no family. So to be able to provide a meal, be able to provide hygiene products and things of that nature to where they're comfortable. Hospital blankets they don't keep you very warm. So
Not
to
at
be able
all.
to find some sturdy blankets to be able to give to the parents who do spend the night, because I never left my son unless he was sleeping. If he was sleeping, I'll sneak away to the cafeteria, I'll sneak a shower. I never left his side. And then also with his foundation, I want to be able to provide CPR classes for parents, and not just parents. After CPR classes for parents, I want to do family CPR classes, because the next time it may be a parent who may need to, have CPR done for them, teach them, exactly how to communicate with the 911 dispatchers. I want to have health fairs for the community to just come and just check in just to see how you're doing. So everything has a purpose. So inside each bag that I give away, there's arts and crafts, that keeps the kids busy. There's a speaker for music, because music does something for your body when you're going through a tough time. There's capes in the bag, there's coloring books and crayons. And for the older kids, there's small knitting things, or you can bedazzle. So each bag is positioned to each age bracket. And so I just want to give back, and I just want to continue to exude everything that Devin was and is, and that's love. He always gave back no matter what.
What's the foundation called?
It's called the Devin Wesley Bush Foundation, Inc.
Okay. Is it a 501c3?
It is. It is.
How can people donate to your to the foundation?
They at the moment it's just my Cash App at the moment. And then also the funds go towards making sure that all of our documents are up to date and credible. So everything goes back. I do have a Cash App at the moment. And then with that, everything else will allow me to open up, a bank account for him. That way it'll be easier with Zelle, and everything else. So at the moment, it's just Super Devin. So SuperDevynn. At the moment, that's how they can give. He is on TikTok, so you guys can follow his journey as well on TikTok. It's under Super Devin on TikTok. So I just keep everyone up to date about everything that is going on or that went on with his surgeries, with just videos of us, and just for people to see exactly how resilient he is. Didn't like physical therapy, but he did it like a champ. He did it like a champ. He did it like a champ. Everything. I just want kids to know and understand their strength, and not just kids, but families in general.
Okay.
I also want to be able to take a load off of parents as well with kids that are in the hospital and just families who are in need. So I want to be able for families that are in the hospital pay a phone bill. You're
Okay.
not able to work sometimes, and that's a necessity to keep up with the doctors and appointments, or to be able to pay a month's rent for those families who are in the hospital or just those in need, honestly.
All right. Now tell them again how to find you.
So we are on TikTok, Super Dev on TikTok. He does have a Instagram. It's under the Devin Wesley Bush Foundation, INC on Instagram.
Okay. All right, folks. Now, you know what? I commend you for your work, your dedication to your son, and dedication to his cause and his legacy. That it's a sad situation, but sometimes out of tragedy comes a silver lining. So
Absolutely.
hopefully you can bless somebody else through your experience, and
That's
so
the biggest goal.
some parents will be able to, that you understand, and once you understand what somebody else can and will go through, it makes you a lot more sympathetic and empathetic toward their situation. So I'm glad to be able to help you. I'm gonna share this in
Thank
our
you.
newspaper, on our Facebook page, and hopefully we can help you get some donations. At least people will be
Yes,
aware of what you're trying
that
to do.
would
And
be amazing. I just want to help parents in general to be an advocate. I had to become an unregistered nurse. Let's just say that. I had to become an unregistered nurse. And so I just want to walk people through how to advocate for not only themselves, but for their family when it comes to being in hospital environments. And then you can take that, further, when it comes to other situations on how to advocate.
all
So
right,
that's the biggest thing right now.
Dominique, I commend you.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you have my prayers and my empathy for your loss. And good luck. We're gonna do what we can to help you get the word out, darling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
One more time, tell them how to find you.
Yes, we are on. You can find us on Instagram at the Devin Wesley Bush Foundation INC, on TikTok for Super Dev. And I finally just made my own account on TikTok. So it's Super Dev's Mom. So SuperDevmom, Super Dev's Mom on TikTok. Finally just made my own account, but I do manage the other account as well. So you can find us there.
All right, Super Dave's mom. Thank you for your time, dear. We will see.